Okay, everybody, looks like my camera's a little crooked. It's kind of fallen down. That's a good way to start a video, right? Some people have their intros. I have awkwardness. So here we are. It's been a few weeks since I've done a arena video, and I figured, what the heck? Let's do an arena video now before things change a fair bit. And I thought I'd do. I'm always interested in trying to do new things with some of the videos I'm working on, and the arena series just seems prime and ripe for it. And given the announcements that we have gotten this week, that Final Fantasy Tactics will be returning, and all of those characters are getting their EXs and Master Ability 2s, and we're also getting a big slew of new characters from Final Fantasy 13, 3 new ones to be precise. I think there's going to be a lot of interesting elemental teams in the future going around Arena. Yeah, I mean, you're still going to have people with light elemental teams, the standard elemental stuff that we're currently seeing on JP. So I figured, with that being said, it would be kind of a neat idea to have just what I'm calling an elemental gauntlet. Just multiple different elemental teams having to pick from whatever that is available and just whatever we think is going to win. I've tried to make these teams pretty good, but honestly, my brain apparently just doesn't work anymore so well without just thinking about the water element. I've used the water element effectively since January of this year, and as such, I've kind of just... I didn't look at anybody else's team. I didn't look at anything extra, and I just built a whole bunch, 5 different elemental teams, not including water. And we're just going to go through them one by one tonight, trying against different teams that I find on the ladder, trying to get some points before the rollover date. I don't think I'm going to make it over 5,000 this week. Didn't have a great one. So first of all, we got Mont, we got Setia, and we got Glassy Regalia form. And we're just going to be doing this for the reason of why not? It's fun. And I'm just going to try and pick teams that I think we can win against, but not definitively win against. So yeah, it is what it is in terms of me making these teams. I'm not 100% like really feeling super confident about them, but let's just roll with it, kind of see what happens. I'm expecting a fair number of losses tonight, because I've one of the things that actually I've been finding, and to put this in global perspective, you know, you guys have recently gotten runes. I did a couple of TMRs for runes really early on, and then since then I've kind of taken an extended vacation off of it. And yeah, now it's just kind of like, well, that probably wasn't the best decision in the entire world. So yeah, five matches tonight, different elements. Let's see what happens here. Looks like we got Glassy kind of running in, doing her own thing. Good for her, I guess. We're going to get our first little bout here. Not a ton of damage. A good saving in terms of like making sure that we didn't have to get just evasion teams everywhere, though. Like, reaction block is probably one of the more important things that I would say you need in the future. But all right, 2-1. We got this little busybody. Apparently just incredibly high luck on this character to constantly dodge, but not enough. First win of the evening. All right, neat. Oh, so, you know, 1 in 5 already on the Elemental Gauntlet. Feeling pretty good about this. Wasn't earlier when I thought this up, but yeah, pretty standard win, I feel like. All right, next up, we're going to move into a Lightning team. As you can, I guess I'll just show off the fire team. Nothing really all that special. I just really wanted to use Setia. I really want to do that. And I think 1 fire elemental tank is good enough. 2 is usually a bit overkill, and I need to make sure I'm on camera. But yeah, I don't think it's the greatest build or anything like that. It's just one that I threw together relatively quickly. Speaking of which, Lightning Elemental team with Cloud. I think that Lightning is not the element. The character will make a big difference on this team on the JP side because of synergy with Cloud, potentially with Orlando, depending on what those units look like. But Lightning is apparently, I have been confirmed by rewatching the stream and a couple of other sources, that Lightning is effectively like Astrius. A Lightning Astrius is kind of scary. So we'll see what that is exactly like. Now let's take a look through what we got. We got some Earth teams. Those are probably bad decisions. I don't know if we're running a really high amount of accuracy, so I don't really want to go up against any evasion teams. Reaction block, man. That's the ticket for the future. We got light here. Not feeling super good about that. We kind of want against a magic elemental team. You know what? I think we'll run this. We got Charlotte here. And Charlotte should probably be in the center now that I'm thinking about it. But you know what? We're just going to click go. Because it doesn't matter if we win or lose. It's just, we have content. Content is what the people desire, and we've been providing it this weekend. So yeah, I think that the Lightning team will be way more interesting after the Final Fantasy 13 comes out in less than a week. Exactly what that team is fully going to look like, I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like man, Engelbert is just one of those characters, I think, that I've seen for like a really long time. And I always underestimate how good he actually is. I also just have an issue of her going in really, really fast. Where we're not going to be getting a lot of other stuff going on here. And Engelbert's a little bit weird to see. Feeling pretty bad about the initial setup of this. As you can see, we're just getting... Yeah, we got dumpstered. So we chose the wrong elemental team. Charlotte just didn't play nice. I think that switching Charlotte around would have made some difference. I feel like Lightning is just pretty weak right now. Charlotte's also set to get her master ability too pretty quickly. So yeah, I feel like that's part of the missing puzzle here, but not necessarily enough. So let's jump to our next party. I'm going to jump all the way to the top for the wind element. And this is one that I haven't done too terribly much recently. We're just going to, I think, do the smart thing this time and move our tank into the middle. And yeah, Earth Element seems like a good matchup for us, so let's snap right to it. Because this wasn't, the goal of this wasn't to, or the Elemental Gauntlet isn't to try and make high bonus teams or anything like that. Really trying to just put a whole bunch of different teams against whatever we can find and see if we can get some wins from it at the end of the week. Because I don't think I'm going to stay top 5,000 this week. Didn't have a good start to the week and not feeling super great about it. Also, 2B, not 115, which feels a little bit bad. So one of the reasons why you may have noticed there that we ended up getting a ketone surviving that's because of her innate guts. Provided that she is over 70% HP now, she's guaranteed to survive a fatal hit. Started out looking a little rough there with Tifa getting nailed, but 2B with that confuse at high-powered attack really did a number on the enemy. All right, so let's switch up. And next up is the Dark Element, which, okay, a little bit cheating, but maybe we can find a nice light team to go up against. Light team featuring Ketone. Maybe. Yeah. See, this would have been good against the lightning team, I think. Maybe. Not 100%. My lightning element is probably one of my weakest ones. I don't really want a mirror match. Not super fun. Start shooting? Okay. I think we'll do this one. It's not really a pure light team, but people kind of want to see light elemental teams. And this is leading up into my next matchup where I have one of my own light team going up against someone. So let's give it a shot here, see what happens. And we got some just FF9 music playing in the background because rip FF9 dreams again. I mean, someday it'll be happening, but I guess we're getting 13 first. And yeah, people have been... it was interesting reading some of the comments of people said in the last video of just being like, hey, well, you know, it's not just Yuffie, like maybe Edgar from Final Fantasy VI, or someone said a Final Fantasy IV character, but I can't remember who exactly it was. So we're not getting really any of the accuracy buffs. Black Witch Helena also kind of interesting because she is effectively here doing... she is set up more for farm. I didn't really change her too terribly much before going into this. Got one. Ketone is just murdering me, though. That's a limit burst of some kind. This Ketone is also set up pretty good. Not much to say about that. Feels kind of shitty that we... AI probably just didn't do some of the abilities. We didn't get guts on it there. I don't know. And again, just none of my TMRs are really set up anymore for runes, because fuck runes. Runes are not fun to actually build at all. So my Engelbert, not completely ready, so I'm not going to throw him into this. We're going to try a light evasion. I think one of the issues I ran into, though, setting up this team is my Elena does not have a good evasion Esper because I have it on Violet at the moment, which is probably kind of a mistake. But hey, that's a little unfair. It is a level 89. This is more of a full 120, all physical. But I think we want to try and win at least one other one. So we'll try this against Venera and see how this works. Actually, just been kind of on a losing stint this week in Arena. Don't know if it's just the map or the teams I'm picking or what, but hasn't quite been working super well. Need to get my head maybe back in the game and figure out what I'm doing wrong. Alright, so we got them doing all their buffs and everything. Yuna's running in, which is not really great. We got the girls kind of doing their thing as well. Didn't really get any value off of Yuna there. I feel like my AI is just really fucking stupid tonight. Not over yet, but it's feeling pretty over. Like, I don't even feel like I really got a good chance. Nice counter, though, there. Taking out a lot of the power off of us. really depends if we can kind of just keep countering here. Violet is set up to be a much more accurate, or a much more evasion character than my other ones. This is going to be, I think, the frustrating part. Yeah. Down to a coin flip, we lose. Shitty week in Arena. Not much else to say about it. Can't believe I wasted orbs on that, but I didn't waste orbs trying to make a video for content. I don't know. I feel really out of the PvP meta lately in terms of like just feeling on the ball as to what's going on, and just being kind of out of, and not doing runes for a few months hasn't exactly helped me either. I'll figure something out probably for next week. But, you know, Elemental Challenge, first time, is what it is. Maybe you learned something, maybe you didn't. I learned that I still don't like much PvP stuff, but... So, thanks for watching. Take care. See you next time.